Hey guys, welcome back. I'm me, DC Connor, and today I have a vintage Omega that you don't see every day. This is Omega from 1986, 1987, and when I first saw it, I thought this was some sort of a smartwatch from Omega, and it's not. And 30 years ago, give or take, this watch was smartwatch, but in a terms because it was quartz, it was new technology, it was super accurate. But nowadays, this watch looks contemporary. But the biggest thing about it is when you take it off from you look at it from the other side. So look at this. This is hidden art, and this is a collection of exclusive works of concrete art. It's made in limited edition of 999 watches, and this art was signed by famous contemporary artists such as Max Bill, Paul Taulman, and Amelia Tadini, and lots of them other. This one's from the Paul Taulman, I think, and this watch is piece of art on the wrist, but not in terms of high horology, but because it has a concrete artwork on the back of it. And when I first saw it, I didn't know what to think of it, and I didn't like it because it looks like a click clack watch or something of that things. But overall, the more I have it, the more I play with it, and I like it more, especially with the art piece on the backside. Also wears very nice on the wrist, has an integrated calfskin strap, and these were presented in October of 1986. And so this is a ceramic case. On the case back there's a white gold. There are some versions with the yellow gold, and they come in three different sizes: 40 mils, 32, and 22 and a 3. So that wasn't basically ladies piece. 32 was a mid-size, and the maxi was 40 mils, and this was 40 mils, and it's still relevant even today, in 2020. And I cannot, this piece of art does what exactly every art should do, and I find myself staring at it more by the minute, and I just love looking at it. I wish this was on the dial case and the hands over it. It would be cooler, but this one is a bit more subtle. So you have the watch in ceramic case. You have a crazy white, black and white contrast with the hands. This watch is so black that you have the feeling you want to touch it and the screen will light up. That's how black it is, and it will not, of course. This is a quartz piece, has a snowy white hands and a stark contrast. They did come with the no date variants, lots of different arts and designs on the case backs, but overall this watch is really something interesting. It has an integrated calfskin band, and you still can find bands on this watch. I borrowed this watch for a review, and the owner of the watch got one of the bands from eBay new old stock, because as you can imagine, the bands on this one are rather, and they come back. And this is 202 out of 999, 1997 Omega, and very, very interesting, very cool watch. This is how the buckle should look like, and everything on this watch is really quirky. And I don't know, guys, this is one of those watches that has a really real story to tell in your collection, and they are relatively unknown. Not every collector. I didn't know about them until I got this one, and then I did some searching, and they are not very popular. You can grab them on eBay, and having watch like this in your collection. It doesn't have to be a high-end collection, but definitely if you have a watch like this in your collection, there are some stories to tell, and it's very interesting, as you can see. Beautiful watch, interesting concept. I wasn't sure, do I hate it, do I like it, but the more and more I have it, it's very cool piece. I love the art, especially now it's cause on the back of the watch, so you wanna expose yourself with some art. You just take the watch off your wrist and check out some art. I wouldn't mind having this on the dial as well, and but this just shows you that if you go into the vintage, you can find some really cool and interesting things, such as this Omega art collection. Many different variations, but I think this one is the most attractive because of the size and the black combo combinations. And I don't see if I can see myself wearing this every day, but it's definitely a cool watch, and looks like a smartwatch. Very thin, very elegant, and very quirky and interesting for sure. So yeah, nothing much to say. It has a mega caliber, I think 1438, but don't quote me on that. Just a quartz piece, state of the art technology back in the 1987-86, and now it's a vintage watch in 2020, and very, very beautiful and cool watch. It's one of those quirky watches that was quirky when it came out. It's quirky now, but it was modern when it came out, and it's still modern and relevant today. So I appreciate great art. I appreciate design. That's why I like watches, and I think the watches are art, and especially with the mechanical complications, and those are pieces of art. But when you have something like this is modern. Even 30 years later, it's still modern, and that's just evidence of a good design.